Ego and fear. That is the exact reason why dumb people are making more money than you. But is this really true? Because it seems that people that are displaying their stupidity to the masses are getting paid a lot more money than those that are choosing to follow the traditional path of going to university, getting a job, and slaving it out until 45 years old where they get paid a decent salary. Like, there's literally people on the internet that don't know the difference between the city and the country that are getting paid millions a month. Like, let's look at Bad Baby. She was literally ridiculed on Dr. Phil a few years ago, but now today she converted all of those eyes on her to $50 million at 18 years old. Ridiculous, right? But don't let her know because she's gonna catch you outside.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Another example is Kim Kardashian. Yeah, I don't really have to say anything else about that. So this just proves that people way dumber than you are making a lot more money than you. This theory is even proved by science because we see a study was done in Sweden that proved that as we approach the top earners in the world, we see a plateau of cognitive ability, where when we get to the top 0.01%, we actually see a decline in the cognitive ability of the people in that category. Now, before Iman Ghazi convinces you to drop out of school or university, let me actually explain how this data works. Now, according to the study, being smart only helps you to get paid around 1.2 million rand per annum, where after that, it doesn't really help you. Now wait till the end of the video where I'm going to be revealing the method that these dumber people use to actually get to the millions and millions of rands that they have. But back to the point, why are dumber people making more money than smarter people? The first reason that I see is that smarter people are taking up all of the highly regarded jobs that don't really pay that well. Like, think of researchers, lecturers, academics, or scholars. They are all incredibly smart people, but they're basically broke. Now, hear me out. Doctors and lawyers need to have a big brain to get into their profession, pass all of their board exams, and basically start a career in that field. But even though most of them get paid quite decently, 99% of them don't make it into the top 1% of a country. In South Africa, for you to be regarded in the top 1%, you have to be worth 4.2 million rand or earning over 150,000 rand per month. A study done by Momentum in South Africa indicates that the top 10% of earners in South Africa owns 80% of the wealth. Sad, right? But what's even more shocking is that the top 0.01% owns 40% of that 80%. And in this country, I can pretty much guarantee that every single person that is in that top 0.01% either got there through business or Jacob Zuma's back pocket.
Honorable Speaker, I don't know whether members want to play politics.
Another reason why smarter people don't enter this bracket is because they get to an income that they're satisfied with, and then they are too scared to actually do their transition over to business. Because why would they? They're getting paid at 100,000, 120,000 rand a month, and they're happy with that. And this is where the plateau begins. So why doesn't this affect dumb people? Well, it's because they're not guaranteed that 120,000 rand per month if they go to work. So they have nothing to lose, literally. But here's the main disclaimer. Statistics doesn't always tell the truth, as famously said by Mark Twain. Now, let me give you an example to prove this. Let's just say we have 4 people and all 4 people take a test. When the results come out, we see that 3 of the 4 people scored 100% and the other person scored 80%. Now, according to statistics, this is quite an easy test, and the most probable outcome if you took it is that you get 100%. But what if I told you out of those 3 people that got 100%, only one of them fairly got it and the other 2 cheated, where if they actually took the test themselves, they would only get 50%. But they're still classed in the top 1%. So if we actually average out the top 1%, we would see that their average level of smartness would be 66, whereas everybody else that wrote the test got 80. Thereby indicating that the top 1% is actually dumber, which is not true. So what am I saying here? Elon Musk is not a dumb person. He's actually really smart, and he's the richest man in the world. So why then is the top 0.01% considered to be dumber? Well, just like the test, it's basically because he gets averaged out by dumber people that is in that class, like Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, and the list goes on. And these people basically just average out the level of smartness of the people in that category. So how did these dumber people actually get there? Well, basically they converted attention or converted people into money. There are YouTubers making millions, if not billions of rands by selling ways of increasing your bicep size or pizza sauce. And this works all because they have attention. Like, you probably have something in your head that is valuable to somebody out there. If I asked you to provide a product or a service for 100,000 Rand, would you be able to do it? Like literally stop for a second and think about it. Would you be able to provide me a product or service that is worth 100,000 Rand right now? Now, most of you would say no because you're probably overthinking it. Now, one thing I've learned is that if you get your idea out there, no matter how stupid it is, you will be able to find somebody that will be willing to pay that price for it. Now, you're probably screaming at your screen saying this Indian dude has no idea what he's talking about. But literally a few years ago, a streamer sold her bath water. Yes, the water that is in her tub for 400,000 Rand. This alludes to the fact that if you find one person that sees the value in your product or service, they will pay any price for it. Thereafter, all you have to start doing is building credibility and finding more people like that person. Dumb people don't overanalyze situations and think about the probability of failure or the 1001 outcomes as to why this wouldn't work. They literally don't have the brain capacity for such. Instead, they just do it. And if they fail, they'll just try something else again. The biggest difference I've seen between people that are really wealthy and people that are not is the time delay between idea and execution. And that's one thing dumb people have going for them because they don't think of everything in between, they just do it as soon as they get the idea. Where instead all of you Einsteins, including myself, go on a rabbit hole of research and studying as to figure out the best possible way to do a certain task and all the different outcomes of it, where it ends up being a form of procrastination. And that is the exact reason why people dumber than you are making more money than you. So my advice from this video is just be a little dumber. If you don't know who we are the Success Equation, and we make videos just like this to teach you more about finance, investing, crypto, and everything else about money. So please subscribe and let us know what you think in the comment section below. And if you haven't, check out this video.